Welcome to RT, and of course we'll start with some breaking news this hour. People in the Urals in Russia have seen burning objects raining down from the sky after a meteorite exploded above the Earth, causing a meteor shower. So eyewitnesses reported several blasts rocking the region and long trails of smoke in the air. And RT's Irina Galushko is here with us in the studio. Irina, very warm welcome now. So what a story, I mean, to brighten up our morning routine.
It's basically, I guess this is arguably the worst or the most interesting morning you could possibly have. Basically, imagine you're driving to work or you're walking to school or whatever, and then all of a sudden there's 5 or 6 blasts. People are still differing about the accounts of what was happening. 5 or 6 blasts, they're rocking the earth, and actually I'm hoping that we could see, yeah. So here's what you can see. Basically, you're driving down the road, and then there's this sparkling thing going through the atmosphere, and then it just blows up, and you cannot hear it here, you cannot hear the sound, but there's really this enormous boom. Basically, this is all happening in the Chelyabinsk region, which is in the Urals mountains. Yeah. It's happening right around 9 o'clock in the morning, so, you know, the rush hour traffic, everybody's on their way somewhere. There was glass shattered in various buildings. Actually, we know a report that there was that the glass has shattered in one of the schools, and several children have actually been wounded by the glass that was falling. But you can see the pictures again right there. This is really an amazing sight. I mean, you don't get to see that kind of picture very often. People were being evacuated from public places. They were told to stay indoors. Again, see, day, and then we go straight into night. And think about the fact that during this entire time, there was this very loud explosion. So basically, yes, people were told by the Ministry of Emergencies to stay inside, not to go outside. They were being evacuated from public places like train stations or schools or whatever. There were reports of really poor cellular coverage. People said that their cell phones stopped working, which is also another kind of a very disheartening situation. You see something like this happening, you start calling your loved ones, your family, and they're not responding because there's no connection. Apparently, this is an asteroid which broke apart into several pieces, 5 or 6 pieces, which, as they entered the Earth's atmosphere, they basically exploded, and there was this boom that everybody heard. And apparently, according to the reports that we're getting from the Ministry of Emergencies and from the police, they have recovered one of the fragments of the asteroid. They did also say, the authorities also said that so far, according to their estimates, there has been, they measured the levels of radiation. Obviously, this is one of primary concerns with everything that's coming from space, and they said that the radiation levels are fine.
Yeah, because initially there were fears that the incident actually could have been a military aircraft or even a missile.
Yes, of course. Immediately there have been speculations flying about exactly what was happening. I mean, there's some of the eyewitness accounts are coming from these grandmothers, the babushkas in the village, who say that they walk outside, they have no phone, they have no electricity, they see this thing flying through the air. By the way, what you're seeing right now is actually the school that I was talking about. You can see just how much the glass was shattered by the explosion of the asteroid. Then, of course, people started speculating about what was happening. Like, somebody said that the war has started, and these were actually missiles flying overhead. Others said that they're two fighters.
What do the emergency ministry people say now about communication, mobile communications, and radiation levels as well? So
well, the radiation levels seem to be all right, but again, they only recovered one piece. We still have to see what happened to the other 4 or 5. As far as the cellular coverage, well, there's still some interference. There's still some issues with it. Obviously, I'm imagining people are calling each other like crazy at this point. Everybody's sending and forwarding each other pictures and the video. The video is amazing, though. Apparently, there's some reports, there's some speculations that this could actually be a fragment from the asteroid 212DA14, also known as the asteroid which is supposed to come closest to our planet, and it's supposed to do it. It was supposed to do it on Friday evening.
Yeah, today.
Yes.
Yeah.
But maybe this is sort of a teaser. You know, it's sort of a maybe. I don't know if that's exactly what it is. We still have to wait for the scientists and for the authorities to have their say about what exactly is happening. But this could be. It could be a fragment of that asteroid.
Probably.
Actually.
Yeah. Of course, we're not astronomers, but they say that its closest approach will be at 19:25 GMT, and
it's about 4 hours away from Moscow time.
So but they say there will be no risk of collision, hopefully. So right. So
Well, you know, if there was a risk, if that's what it is, then I guess, as usual, we got the brunt of it. We have a large territory, so inevitably things that fall from the sky, they have a tendency to land
shall we
in
pack
Russia.
our bags and go to the moon then?
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, let's just wait a couple of hours and see what happens next.
Oh my goodness. Okay, thanks for sharing your optimism with us, Irina. And of course, we'll be talking to you later. Thank you. All right, most space rocks approaching Earth burn up safely in the planet's atmosphere. That's according to our astronomers, of course, and we know that. However, one getting all the way through to the surface isn't as such an uncommon event. So some scientists estimate hundreds of them actually reach the ground every year. However, because of the intense burning in the atmosphere, most end up too small to cause any damage or produce a display like the one above the Urals today. So finding a fragment of freshly fallen meteorite takes a great deal of luck. So considering 97% of space rocks found on Earth have fallen long ago, and being injured by a falling meteorite is an even rarer event, with only one universally accepted case in modern history. So a 4-kilogram rock struck through the roof on Alabama home in 1954, interrupting the resident's afternoon nap, hitting her on the arm and leg. A bit of history for you now here. Okay, let's move on now. So the world's economic woes